The Sacramento Kings are emerging as a serious suitor in Siakam. They're among the offers and options that Toronto has, and this is a gaining interest for Sacramento to pair and combine a big three of Pascal Siakam, De'Aaron Fox, and Domantas Sabonis.
Well, the night opened with trade rumors flying around about Pascal Siakam against the very opponent the Raptors were set to face off against, the Sacramento Kings. While it has been mentioned over the last couple of months that the Kings were interested in Siakam, Shams Charania reported before the game that the Kings are no longer actively pursuing Siakam as of right now, but things could change. On the court, however, there was a game to be played, and while the Raptors got down big in this one, they clawed back to make things interesting, falling just short in Sacramento.
You hear the crowd and all that, and you go down that much, you know, you want to win. And obviously, I think we felt like we had a chance. I think now winning changes everything, obviously. But I think we definitely could learn from it. And like I said, it's always the same thing. We just got to find ways to, you know, keep 4 quarters together instead of 3.
The Raptors just had no answers for the Kings' offense in the first half. Sacramento scored 77 points through 2 quarters thanks to 2 things. Offensive rebounding being the first one. The Kings scored 26 second chance points, and 3-point shooting was phenomenal. They shot 55% from 3, making 21 3-point shots on the night. The Raptors' defense, at least in the first half, struggled to deal with the size and strength of Sabonis down low and struggled to contain the Kings' guards at the point of attack, which led to a lot of easy look for the Kings and a 20-point deficit for the Raptors.
First half, we allowed them transition. We allowed them second chance points. We did not do a good job rebounding there. I believe they had 7 or 8 offensive rebounds in the first half for some 14 second chance points, and that was the biggest problem there. Adjustment in the second half was our physicality and grit not to give up. You know, when you're down 20, you have decision to make if you're gonna quit or you're gonna continue fighting.
Now in the second half, Toronto adjusted. Primarily, they put Dennis Schroder on De'Aaron Fox and tasked Scottie Barnes with the assignment of guarding Sabonis. And with the help of some good bench contributions from Chris Boucher, who finished with 14 points and 9 rebounds, and Jontay Porter in his second game as a Raptor, pitching in with 10 points and 2 made threes. Toronto slowly but surely clawed back into the game.
I thought that Jontay did a really good job offensively. I thought that his game was progressing. He was feeling more and more comfortable out there. I thought that he did a pretty good job with verticality and changing a couple of shots there at the rim. Chris was everywhere on the floor tonight. He was active, he was aggressive, he was getting deflections and steals. He played a really good game. I'm really proud of his performance tonight. Dennis off the bench as well. He was plus 12, scored 18 points. I thought that all threes that he took were good shots. They did not fall tonight, but they're going to fall next time.
Now in the fourth quarter, the Raptors, thanks to Immanuel Quickley, who hit some timely threes, finishing with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists on the night, and Scottie Barnes doing the same, knocking down 4 threes on his own for 20 points. They both helped cut the Kings' lead to just 3. But in the end, the Raptors' offense still looked clunky down the stretch. With 3 close games in the fourth quarter in a row, it seems as though these new-look Raptors have to naturally still develop some chemistry and feel for one another.
A couple of situations that happened tonight were coverage breakdowns. And, you know, with new guys, chemistry on the court, communication, there's going to be a really good film that we can watch and get better at, because we're going into another game with another team that has really potent 3-point shooters, and we'll have to do a better job of controlling those guys in those situations.
And so, despite a disastrous first half defensively and a mighty performance from your bench and from Scottie and IQ, the Raptors lost by 5 points to the Kings. All in all, a pretty good game, one that will be necessary as this team goes through the growing pains of finding its own identity, especially on the defensive end, and that is what we got to talk about in the film. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not like that. I appreciate everybody who's sat down and watched these recaps. I really do. Now, when I have mentioned this over maybe 5 times in these recaps, the fact that Scottie Barnes on some nights is not being maximized defensively the way he ought to. More of a help side defender, great as this off-ball disruptor, not so good guarding guards at the point of attack, especially quicker guards. The one game I can note is the Cleveland Cavaliers game where he was tasked with guarding Darius Garland, got absolutely cooked, and then the Raptors adjusted in the second half. They found some ways. Dennis Schroder got on Darius Garland, and tonight against De'Aaron Fox, it was much of the same. And this is sort of linked to the offensive rebounding issues that the Raptors were having, because when Fox blows by Scottie like this, Poeltl is forced to sell out and try to protect the rim. That leads to a wide open Sabonis who gets the offensive rebound and tips it to Keegan Murray. This time De'Aaron Fox just goes all the way for a layup. It's just really easy for him to get downhill against Scottie, who is doesn't have as much hip mobility because of his size, because of his frame. Really, smaller, faster guards aren't the people he should be guarding. Here he gets 2 screens set on him. They are forcing the switch at any cost. Fox gets downhill. And again, look, Poeltl has to sell out and try to protect the basket. He does. And Sabonis just puts Scottie under the rim, gets the offensive rebound, layup. And as you can see in transition, that causes a lot of headaches. You see the dribble penetration. Scottie just kind of slow behind the 8 ball there to get to De'Aaron Fox. Even the closeout, very easy for Fox to attack it. Even to start the second half, they didn't adjust. And the tough thing about this is that the Kings are going to set so many off-ball screens, so Scottie has to fight through all of these as well. And you see Fox gets downhill, settles for a floater right here. Scottie doesn't help his cause because he presses up so high, and with a guard like Fox, he's just going to blow right by you. This time he gets all the way downhill, and then he gets to a floater. But now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 left, and so that is what Dennis Schroder does for you. A much feistier point of attack defender, a much more logical defender for De'Aaron Fox. The Raptors were also sending tons of nail help here. You see, Pascal and Scottie both providing tons of help here. Sabonis, great rotation by Immanuel Quickley there to try and stop Sabonis. And look, this is the benefit of having Scottie Barnes off ball. Look at that activity. He gets all the way out to Chris Duarte to block the 3-point shot. Even same thing with Malik Monk, who is a fast guard. Schroder is the best assignment for him. You see him and Scottie Barnes guard this pick and roll well, and Scottie forces Sabonis into the travel. Again, same thing here. You see Scottie fighting with Sabonis in the post. Great job kind of pushing him out of the restricted area. And so you see great help by Chris Boucher to step up and force the double. Now they can space out, and he's going to let Davion Mitchell, a non-shooter, shoot the 3 there. Great defensive communication by the Raptors. Also just shows you that Sabonis is a better matchup for Scottie versus De'Aaron Fox. Even Pascal Siakam is a quicker, more agile player defensively than Scottie Barnes. And again, this isn't a knock at Scottie. It's just about maximizing how he looks on the defensive end. He excels as a weak side helper. He excels as a roamer off of the ball. He does not excel guarding these faster guards, especially De'Aaron Fox. Again, this time it's Quickley on Fox, and Quickley is able to contain him, stay on there for the drive. And yes, it is an offensive foul on De'Aaron Fox. He hooks Quickley. That is not the point of this play. The point of this play is that now that you have Scottie as this roamer, kind of hanging out off ball, he is able to contest the shot. And if it wasn't an offensive foul, he would have got the block. So that's all I'm going to say on the Scottie Barnes matter. For clawing back here by adjusting defensively. I just want to see them do that more often, to be honest with you. And yes, people in the comments probably will say that, hey, the Raptors don't have OG Anunoby anymore. OG Anunoby would have been the guy guarding De'Aaron Fox. OG Anunoby would have been the guy guarding Donovan Mitchell a couple of games ago. OG Anunoby would have been the guy guarding Desmond Bane or John Morant last game. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. No doubt. But OG Anunoby is not on the team anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We have to look at how this current team can survive defensively. And while Scottie is one of your better defenders, he is not one of your better perimeter defenders. He is not one of your better point of attack defenders. And as much as you want to call him a point guard on offense, which you can, very, very fair assessment to have, he's not a point guard on defense. That's just the matter of fact. He's much more of a power forward center prototype, maybe even small forward on that help side, guarding these guys, guarding the bigger players. Does an excellent job against the Embiids of the world. Does an excellent job against the Tatums and Durants of the world. Does a great job on guys like Sabonis. Does a great job on guys like Bam. Does not do a great job on guys like Darius Garland. Does not do a great job on Donovan Mitchell. Does not do a great job on De'Aaron Fox. It's just the way the cookie crumbles with a guy like Scottie Barnes on defense. And so the Raptors adjusted. They put Dennis Schroder at the point of attack. They put Immanuel Quickley. They put Pascal Siakam there at the point of attack. And the hope is that IQ can eventually become that guy for them on ball, right? That's the goal. That's the hope. Right now, his on-ball defense isn't as good as his off-ball defense was. And that's why I think the pairing of Schroder and IQ, especially late in the fourth quarter, really helped galvanize the Raptors at the point of attack. I'm interested to see how that duo does defensively in a larger game span. But ultimately, man, good game for the Raptors, and it was a good game to watch, to be honest with you. The Kings just shot the lights out, 55% from three. They were hitting everything. The defensive game plan to start this game didn't necessarily help that, but for the most part, that's a developmental loss, growing pains. The Raptors' clutch offense, I could have done another film room on that, but the Raptors' clutch offense just stagnated a little bit. Guys were sort of confused where to go. They ran the IQ Scottie two-man game again, and that had to work through its kinks. And so they're kind of feeling each other out. They're trying to figure out an identity, right? Figure out who they can be. And that's not something that they can figure out through one day or one game or 1 week. It has been 1 week. They're 2-1, and they are facing the Golden State Warriors on Sunday, which I imagine we will hear more Pascal Siakam trade rumors on Sunday, because obviously the Warriors will be another destination, another potential landing spot for Siakam. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tapping into tonight's recap. Please listen to the Objective Basketball Podcast with Lauren and I. We talk about the NBA at large, not just the Raptors. We talk about this team that they face tonight, the Sacramento Kings. We talk about all the other teams, ladies and gentlemen. So tap in. Thank you very much for listening to this. We'll see you guys later. Take care.